Hi there, it's Karen here. Welcome back to working in my Patchwork Christmas journal. I haven't worked in this for a little while, but I really wanted to keep going with this, even though the pink Christmas journal was a bit ahead of me, a bit ahead of this one, but that's fine because I want that to finish first anyway. So in between, since I last filmed, I have sewn in the signature and I've added book corners as well. That's it. That's pretty much it as far as the journal goes. And then there were a couple of pages in the Stamperia, what they call it, Christmas Christmas patchwork pad. There are a couple of pages I wanted to do something with because I just loved them. One of them was this one, and one of them was if you remember when I made this, I cut off part of the page, but there was this beautiful poinsettia at the bottom that I thought I might be able to do something with. So I've cut that piece down. So this is now a corner tuck, and this is a tag, which I have backed. So I can just pop that into the corner of a page. Fairly self-explanatory, but I'll show you anyway. I just have an odd page here. So I can just put this in the corner of a page like that, and we can tuck things in, and then I get to use that. So I'm very happy with that. Oh, I'm sorry about the drilling. If it goes on, I'll have to turn the camera off until it's finished, but they're still working downstairs. A couple more days. I think tomorrow's the last day, because it's Thursday now, and then tomorrow they're actually going to be finishing. So I don't know if I'll get any filming done tomorrow. It's been a bit of a struggle to get in here this week, even though I hoped to come in a bit more than I have. Partly, I think, because as you may be able to hear, I have got a cold. So yesterday I wasn't feeling great, and I would have liked to have done some filming, but I just wasn't feeling it. I just wanted to sleep mainly. But I feel all right today. I think you can actually hear the cold is coming out more today, and that's probably usually when you feel better, but you sound worse. Right, so the other piece, as I said, was this one. And I started working on it, or thinking about what I was going to do, and I thought, well, no, I'll wait and do that on camera. So, and I'm going to do something similar, just because I can't really see how else to use this gorgeous, these images, but I think I feel like I must do something with them. So I think the first thing I need to do, turn that up the right way, that would help. And then I'm going to cut off this bottom part right there, because I think that I can do something separate with that. I'm not sure what, but I really like that bit too. Haven't quite come up with a solution for everything yet, but for the moment I'm going to concentrate on this area here. And I may have to pause the camera occasionally to either cough and this time my cough is to do with my cold, not just because I do have a bit of a intermittent cough anyway, but I'm definitely coughing more at the moment. Or I might have to blow my nose. We'll see how it goes. Now, I was trying to figure out how big this needed to be. And I think I decided that I didn't want to cut it beyond where it says, I want to cut it about there, I think, and then I can always cut it down a little bit the other side if it's too wide. I'm going to be ruthless and cut it through the middle there. And we've still got the 25, and we've still got love. And then I'm just going to fussy cut around the top of these roofs. So I'll just do that next, and then see how it fits in the book. It might be too big. And then I might be able to do something with this. I don't know, maybe I'll be able to make another one. I just think they're great. I love these. And they're great for just tucking things behind. They're a bit different to a normal pocket. Right. So I'm just hoping this chimney's not too vulnerable there. Right, so we've got that now. I'm just going to, excuse my voice, I'm just going to see how it fits in the book and see if I need to trim it at all. Because I could trim it down this side a little bit without losing anything too important. So I picked one of my larger pages, I think. Maybe this one, just to see how it'll fit. Well, that'll be okay on there. Actually, it would look better if it was on this side, wouldn't it? Because this is taller. Maybe something like that would be okay. And I can just tuck things in behind there. I rather like that, actually. Just a bit different. Just wondering, I might even sew around. I'm not sure that I need to. But I think for now, that might work. Don't know if it'll go on. It'll go on that one. Would it go on one of these? It would actually just fit. Would that just fit on here? Be a bit tight. If I decide, I could quite like that there, actually. It looked like it's got a bit of something going on above. I quite like that. It's taking up quite a lot of the page, but you can still tuck something behind. Something like that. So that's a possibility. Anyway, I'll decide that when I start putting things in the book. For now, I think I'm happy with that. And I'll come back to this. I'll think about what I'd do with this in due course, because there's lots of bits that look a bit vulnerable. So I might end up doing this as a journal card or something. So I'll come back to that, because I really want to move on and start making some patchwork pockets and other things. So to start with, I'm going to make a pocket, just a standard pocket. I've got some packaging here. I think this is a bit wide. I'm going to need to cut it down a bit. Let's see. Pockets need to be about 4 3/4, I think. Let's just see. No, go that way. 4 3/4, so it's about there. Yeah, I think that'd be all right. And then it's a bit tall, so I'll cut that down as well. That's not so exact, I'll just doing that by eye. All right. So I have my pocket shape. I hope that's going to be big enough. And I've been cutting myself loads of little squares of paper to make a patchwork. So I can do more than one thing with all these pieces. So I just need... where's my glue book gone? There it is. And... yeah, I'm sorry about that. I just needed to respond to Hannah. She was thanking me for some clothes I sent over for her, for Arlo. Because Richard went over to see them this morning, and of course I couldn't go, which broke my heart really, but I couldn't take this cold over to them. So he went over with all the things that I'd bought for him, and I couldn't give them to him myself, so she was just thanking me. That was nice. Anyway, let's carry on. Let's get this little pocket going. I'm just going to plonk on some little squares and see how we go. I think I'm going to take them over the edge a bit so I can just trim round after. Well, I hope that noise isn't going to be too intrusive. Right, so I just need to trim around this now. It's all quite sticky along the back here, but I think this will be fine. Trim it all off and we'll see how it looks. Right, let's see what we've got. Is that upside down? That's upside down. Well, it doesn't really matter which way up it is it? There we go. Little patchwork pocket. I like that. Okay. Sorry about the drilling again. It's a necessary evil. Well, it's not that evil really, but it is necessary. Now, for my belly band, which I have cut, it's just a piece of the card that I used for the cover. I thought, I nearly threw them away and I thought, oh, this is daft. Some of these bits are going to be quite handy for making things with. So, just get on my chair properly. So I'm going to make a patchwork belly band, but this time I'm going to use fabrics. I think I'm going to do the journal card when I get to it with paper, but I thought it would be quite nice to have a fabric patchwork thingy. I don't know how big my patches are. They're quite big. I might cut some of them down. Where's my fabric scissors? Oh. Nope, they're not here. Oh, I have to go and get my fabric scissors. Right, so I have those. I want to cut some of these pieces a little bit smaller, I think. Made that one. I've been thinking about how best to attach these, and I think what I'll do is I will actually use my glue stick. I have found that it works quite well on fabric because I will sew off over it afterwards. And that's what I did on my cover, wasn't it? So I think I'm just going to, I'll do it a bit at a time and just add the fabrics the same way I was doing with the paper, really. Just making a little patchwork. Let's see how we get on. Just going to take a pile. And I'm going to put them on in different directions, I think, just so it looks more patchworky. So I think I'll leave that to dry. Then I might just trim it down. I'll trim this one down a little bit already, but I might leave the rest as it is. Give it that softer edge. Or I might decide to trim it down and add a bit of lace. I haven't quite decided, but I want it to dry before I sew. And I just need to wipe some of the glue off the back of this card. I think I picked up some glue from the glue book on the back of here. There we are. Right, so that's 2 done. And I think when that's been all sewn around with a nice red thread, that should look good. All right, so put that aside. Let's see what we can make next with all our bits. It's going faster than I thought. I need at least 1 or 2 good sized journal cards. So I've got my box of, this is all just packaging and bits and pieces that I've picked up that I thought would be good to use for bases, really. So I've got some bigger pieces at the back here. That's a nice good sized piece. So what size is that? Let's get my... Oh, I can measure it on the board, can't I? So the height of it's going to be too high, but that's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 1/4. So I might make it... Should I make it 6-ish? 6 high? Yeah, that should do it. 6 should be enough. Oh, of course I can't see what is 6 here because my little colour only goes up to 5, 5 1/4. So I'm going to have to just guesstimate, aren't I? How much is 6 if I go an inch past the 5? And that's going to be about right then, isn't it? Where's the 5? 5 is there. So, oh, God, it's not. It's a bit too big. There. That should be about 6. It's close enough. And then the width. How are we doing? Oh, that is 5, so I think 4 1/2, maybe? Yeah, 4 1/2. That slipped. Means it's not straight. That's better. Alright, let's go again. Let's patchwork up this little card, shall we? Blue book. Tray of papers. Shall I put that blue book on the left? Let's clear myself some space, shall we? That out the way. Okie doke. And this is going to be a journal card, so I'll need to back it obviously, but I can do that afterwards. Alright, let's just start gluing. As this is a bigger space, I won't go over the edges as much, because on my little pocket I felt like I needed to fit a few extra pieces on to make it look varied. So with this one, I think I should be fine. Just gluing them on as they are. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's just trim off the excess. And let's see what we've got. Right, so that's my journal card. Now I've got 2 more pieces from the that I could use from the original packaging that I used for the cover. And I've just been trying to think about what would be best to do. So I can patchwork both of them and decide afterwards, or decide now and maybe do them differently. So I'm thinking this could be a perfect sort of tag shape. And I'm wondering about whether to make this a sideways belly band. I'm getting more into my sideways belly bands these days. You know, you can tuck more than one thing behind. And because I've got so many bits of paper still left, and I have torn up a few more because I didn't have a lot of green, and I've added a few of my lovely Florentine papers, Christmassy ones. Just trim that bit. So I've definitely got enough to do. I'm thinking I might even do a masterboard with all of these. But I also have a little selection of fabrics left, which I could make a bit smaller and do my belly band this way. So I better make sure that's the right size before if I'm going to do that, I need to cut it to size. I think it's a little wide. So let's do that next. Bring in my book again. So we'll use this page as our template. And I just see, oh gosh, it's very wide. Even for here, it'd be too wide. So where's my pencil? I think I might just... I can't put everything on these pages, but I guess these ones that are a bit bigger could go on one of these stronger pages. Something like that, I think. Yeah, don't want it too wide. Ooh. I'm just spotting. I'm just spotting this. I'm thinking actually that would make a really good sideways belly band. Because if I cut it there, it's perfect size. So actually, I think that's what I'm going to do. Change my mind. I'm going to use this for my belly band. Just for something different. Can't be all patchwork. Well, it is sort of patchwork anyway. I wonder whether to keep it to that width. I don't think it needs to be that wide, but I think that's what I'm going to do. I shall just glue these two together, sew round it, and that'll be the belly band. So that one's done, in theory. I mean, in my head, it's done. So, I'm not sure about this piece. So let's go back to our tag. And I'm going to use some more of these pieces. Make it a bit more, bring in a bit more green, because I've used a lot of red. And there is green, a lot of green in this kit actually. So let's do that. Put that on standby in case I need to cut any bits down. I think these are a bit big actually, some of these. Or would they be better to be a bit longer? Maybe longer is good, as this is a longer thing. Let's just go for it. Some long and some lots of long, I think. Be a bit of a mixture. So there's my little tag. I really like that. I love getting on the little houses that came in the kit into these pieces. So I'm just going to cut the belly band, not the belly band, the tag shape. I'm going to use my card. I think I need to use one of the bigger corners for this one. I think that one. And the other side. And I will, once it's all dry, I will sew around all of these. And that will bring them together even more. It's just something I like to do. It's not in the least bit necessary to finish these off, but I just like doing that. I shall link them as well, I expect. But none of that needs to happen on camera. So I'm happy with the tag. It's obviously I'm going to have to back it. I'm just having another look at this journal card, thinking, can I get a focal point on here perhaps? Just because I did print a lot of these. These I think are the journal cards that come with the kit, and there are a few of those, as you can see. But I printed them small so I could use them as possible toppers. These are a bit bigger. I was experimenting with different sizes. But I wonder whether one of these would be quite nice as a topper on here. I'm going to try the candle because I quite like the candle. Well, I like them all. But it's the easiest one to get at. So that's the one I'm going to try. Although I'm thinking I might try and tear this down rather than cutting it. I'm not doing a particularly accurate job on the cutting front. So let's try tearing it a bit. Probably should have torn it in the first place, but we'll give it a try anyway. Yeah, I should have torn that one. I'll have to finish it with the scissors now because I've not done it very well. Oh, that was annoying. Do it more slowly. Take a bit more care and you won't mess it up. Oh well. Just cut off the white. I'll have to do something similar the other side, won't I? Make it look like it was intentional. Yeah, sort of rounded it a bit. Okay. Let's just see how it looks. I don't know if it'll work. But we could have a look, just see if it helps, just to... Trouble is, I'm in danger of covering up my little cottage here, my little Christmas house, but thing is, it's not going to show up unless I put something around it, and then you'll lose most of that. Where is my tag? I wonder. Would it look better on there? It might, you know. I'm just wondering. I'm wondering about Santa on here. I'm going to try that as well, just to see. So I'd like to use these. Now I've printed them all off in these different sizes, I want to be able to use them. And I love the angels as well. Definitely need to do some things with them. Oop. I should probably have to trim off that red border either side of him to make it fit, but I thought I'd just see how it looks first before I go mad and start trimming more off. I've got that and I've got him. Will he show up? I think he might. I do rather like him on there. Let's just trim him down a little bit more. I think the problem with the candle is because it's got the green surround, it doesn't really show up very well, as I used a bit more green on the tag. Let's see, how's he going to look on there? I'll ink him up and see. I think he'll be okay. Or I think he will. I rather like him. Yep. Alternative, I could fussy tear or fussy cut around the candle and put that on, back that onto something red like that. That might work somewhere as well. If you put a topper on, you really need it to stand out a little bit, don't you? So it doesn't blend in too much. Right. I'm going to just ink around him with my red. Just one moment, I'm going to go and grab it. I saw Angela Kerr using this colour on her channel, and it's called Lumberjack Plaid. I've never heard of it because I've got the really bright red that Ranger do, but this one looked a slightly softer colour, and actually I think it's rather good. Oh, I was going to show you, I did use it in the journal. There was something else I forgot that I had done in between. I said I hadn't done anything else, but I have. I've done a bit of stenciling, not much, but I bought 2 new distress oxides, one of which was the Lumberjack Plaid, which I have put on here. And I don't know if you can see, but the colour of the red goes really well with the kit. It's just a softer red. It's not quite as bright and in your face. So that's really, I love that. I think that makes a really nice stencil as well. And the other one I bought was Rusty Hinge, which is a bit of a goldy colour, really. So I was just going to show you, and I did some stenciling on the other half of this piece. This is just my Florentine paper that I used, and it was looking a bit bare. So I thought I'd do a bit of stenciling on them. I've got some new stencils, that's why I had to use them. Bought myself some new stencils and some new inks, so I thought I'd use them. And here's the Rusty Hinge with another stencil, and that goes rather nicely with this here. So I'm really happy with that. So that's the new inks I bought, and I've already used in the journal. So I'm going to use a bit of this around the edge of Santa, just to hopefully make him stand out just a little bit more from the background. Right. Yeah, I think that helps just that little bit. So I'm going to pop him on there. I know I lose some of my lovely, my lovely patchwork that I did, but that's how it works. That's how it goes sometimes, isn't it? You just have to cover things up to make them look finished. I think it needed a finishing touch. And you can't go wrong with the Santa, can you? I'm not sure I've put him on completely straight, but oh well. Okay, so he's done. He just needs his finishing touch. So he's backing and he's inking and he's sewing and he'll be good to go. Right, so I'm just having a last think about this. Seeing if one of the... Just wondering about one of my lovely angels. Could I put my angel on here? I think I might, you know. She's beautiful. Nope, that's the wrong way up. I know that because I put the house on there, which I'm probably going to cover up now. Okay, I might just try that with just the vintage photo first. I might not need to add the red, because there's quite a lot of red in the background, isn't there? And she might show up a bit better just with this on it, on her. Okay, there we are. See, I do love her on there. Yep. I might just snip her corners. Where's my little scissors gone? There we go. Bumpy big scissors. Yep. I'm going to snip the corners. Should have done that before I inked, I know. Oh, that one's already gone, apparently. So I was just checking if the door was shut. You can probably hear the banging, but that's fine. They're doing such a great job down there. Can't complain about a little bit of noise. Say, only one more day to go and then we get our kitchen back. Ooh. Oh, we've got a kitchen, I mean, get our house back, I mean. House back to ourselves. How about that? I think she's gorgeous. Okay, so she's going to go on there and cover everything up, but never mind. I'll just have to make some more, won't I? I'll have to do, perhaps I'll do a masterboard, a patchwork masterboard while I'm off camera. And then we'll see what we can make with that next week. Or whenever I come back. I may do a couple of Pink Christmas videos back to back to try and get that nearly finished. Because, you know, just between you and me, that's going to be my giveaway, my Christmas giveaway. That's the plan, but I just want to get it done in time. So, keep an eye on the channel if you fancy winning a Christmas journal to play with this Christmas. I just hope whoever wins it gets to them in time for Christmas, but there's no guarantee. No guarantee I'll get it finished in time for one thing, but I'll do my best. And then, of course, it's all in the hands of the post. I'm going to round the corners. Should probably do this after I've backed it, but oh well. I wanted to see how it was going to look. No, that's it. Okay. Okay, so think that's our video for today. I've had so much fun with this patchwork. I enjoy doing this. I'm gonna have fun finishing this off. I think I'll probably get carried away with making things with all my bits of patchwork paper because you just keep cutting more. So I have a journal card, a tag, a belly band, and the makings of another belly band. I may still decide to patchwork around it, or I think that's wide enough, you know. I don't think I need it as wide as the card. So I think I'm going to glue it on, cut it off, and sew around it. That's all I'm going to do. I love that. Okay, so thank you for joining me for this one. It's been a lot of fun. And I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.